It is People, Power, and Politics. Welcome back to Detroit's only nightly political talk show, The Pulse. Here to talk about the unintended consequences he's seeing from Michigan's wholesale cannabis tax. Jerry Millen with Greenhouse of Walled Lake. And we're talking about a black market that's been reported about marijuana just in the last few days. So we'll get to that in a moment. But first, Jerry, we want to thank you for being with us on the show tonight.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about how things are going. First of all, sans the black market. We'll take that out for a minute. Let's talk about how things are going. So the 24% tax slapped on.
It's terrible.
Now, you didn't like it.
It's the wholesale tax.
The wholesale tax.
That's where our legislators are screwing us over because they're putting it behind the register so you don't see it as a tax. We see it, which it has to be passed on. The legislators don't want you to see it because you're going to be upset at a 40% tax on any product.
So what's happened because of that? What are the intended consequences from the state? What are your unintended consequences to the consumer? Lift the curtain.
Sales have dropped for a lot of companies. Fortunately, at the Greenhouse of Walled Lake, because we do it different. We, education, we cater to adults. We take cannabis very serious. So we have a built-in patient customer base at the greenhouse. So we're doing fine.
Unaffected by the 24% wholesale.
But also in December, we spent about $2 million. I stocked up on product before the tax hit. So we haven't really raised any prices at the greenhouse. A couple of products here and there, but overall, we froze prices because I don't need to make more money. I'm not in the industry to make more money. We've done great. It's a medicine. I'm here to advocate for the plant. But I'm telling you, people are dying out there. Literally 30-40% sales are dropping and nobody's buying from the vendors. This tax is going to be dismal. It's going to destroy this market.
So you have the greenhouse. You're not affected as much because you're doing fine. You're not looking to go gangbusters here, but you're looking to help the community. You make a profit. Yep. But how are other folks
people employed? People are losing their jobs.
I know people work for you, but how many businesses we're talking? Dozens of businesses are hurting. Hundreds of businesses.
40%. Listen, Roop, by the end of this year, I guarantee you're going to lose 20 to 30% of your cannabis businesses. What's really sucks about it is that your mom and pop. I got companies I deal with that are father-daughter owned. So the small guys are the ones that are getting hurt. But you have big companies out there. I'll throw it out. The Loon Cannabis is owned by Bell Tire. They have billions of dollars. They will weather this storm. Unfortunately, they have their own lobbyist in Lansing, so the rules that are being written now are helping the big guys.
How does it make sense from a legislative point of view to say, I'm going to want to tax this business because I want to make money to pay for these other things, the roads or whatever it is? But then the businesses go out of business, so where is the tax revenue coming?
Because the legislators don't understand cannabis. They don't. Last time I was on your show, I invited any legislator that watches this show to come into my store and learn about the industry. Do you think I got one phone call? Absolutely not. They don't care. And it's going to drive the small guys out, and the little guys are going to be gone.
For a moment, let's change our focus from the businesses and go into what the intended consequence of the 24% tax is, though. My question is, if you're supposed to be taxing all these businesses 24% to get money to put into this pot over here, if they're shutting down, where's the money going?
Exactly. Where is it? It's not going to be there. California did this, and they repealed it pretty quick because the black market grew that fast. The black market in Michigan is coming back. You've seen the bust in Macomb County last week. There were a couple big ones last year. There's so many small grows and small black market people out there that you don't even know about them. And now our legislators, without thinking, they've made it pretty much misdemeanors to grow marijuana at large scale without a license. See, the people that are licensed are under so much more regulation than are people that are doing it illegally by design. Our legislatures put these rules into effect. How can growing 1,000 plants be a misdemeanor? It makes no sense to me. But you know what's even better, Roop? Check this out. And I sent you this in a text message. If you look at the law, let's say I'm a grower and I sell you $100,000 worth of product, right, as a retailer, and this is happening. Retailer doesn't pay me. I just lost $100,000. But guess what on top of that? I also now owe the state $24,000 in tax because if you don't pay me, state doesn't care. I got to pay the tax on the money you didn't pay. So what's happening now, retailers are buying product from vendors, the small guy, not paying them, causing them to potentially go out of business. And on top of that, now the state is going to hit that little vendor with a 24% tax. They're going to be gone.
What approach do you all have? Is there anything you can do? Is the industry, are the lobbyists coming together to say, hey, here's our next plan of action?
There's a lawsuit, but honestly, how often do politicians pull back a tax?
Very, very rare.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
By the time they realize they screwed up, it'll be too late because it's too late now.
We invite any lawmaker out there who voted for this and
Come
supports
debate me.
the tax.
Come debate me.
Come on the show on the Pulse.
Please.
It'll be, don't bring snacks. Don't bring any samples. We'll just have a nice conversation here on the Pulse at this table. Jerry Millen with Greenhouse. Great to see you. We're out of time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us. That is the Pulse for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Roop Raj. As always, it was good to be with you.